Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in this video I will show you how to do like a pro, or more specifically like Magnates Media using Premiere Pro. Oh, and by the way, I got a free project file for you. Check out the link in the description after we are done. But first, don't forget to subscribe if you like these kind of tutorial videos. And if you find this video useful, give it a thumbs up. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So step 1, go to new item and hit sequence. Set it to 9020 by 1080, press OK. Next, let's add a background. Go to new item again and choose color matte. Now pick a color, any color you like, it really doesn't matter, add it to the timeline. So let's add a ramp effect. Now adjust the ramp, change the ramp shape to radial ramp. Let me adjust the start of ramp value, start color to light red and end color to dark red. So let's throw in a McDonald's logo. Yeah, so now I'm going to add some guidelines. If you don't find these rulers or guides, go to view, check show rulers and check guides. Next, I'm going to create multiple copies of this McDonald's logo and place it like this. Next it, create multiple copies of this nested layer and place it like this. Then nest all the nested layers. Now it's time to blur it. Add that sweet Gaussian blur to this nested layer. But don't overdo it. Next I'm going to add a turbulent displace. We are going for turbulent smoother. Then set a keyframe on the evolution. Move forward a few frames and increase the evolution keyframes a little bit. Alright folks, time to zoom out transition. But not just any zoom out transition, we are using the Mr. Host plugin. And did I mention it's free? I will drop the link in the description, you can download from there. So go to Window, Essential, Premiere Composer. Under transition, select the zoom out effect. Next, we are going to make things a little trippy. Go to Effects panel, search for VR chromatic aberrations. Set keyframe for aberration red, blue and green. Aberration red to -40, green to -50, blue to 20. Go a few frames forward and change all these to 0. Grab that good old rectangle shape tool. But wait, we are not stopping at a boring box. Head to Shape, Appearance and change the fill color to yellow. Now we are going to spice it up by adding some text over this shape. Let's nest these bad boys together. And now I'm going to add a turbulent displays. Set the displacement to twist. Set keyframe for evolution of the start, then move forward a few frames and crank up that evolution value. And now add a world image, place it below the test box next layer. And make a copy by holding Alt key or Option key. Drag it on top. Set keyframe for rotation for this world image. Go a few frames forward and increase the rotation value. Do the same for the other world image. After all that done, now it's time for animation. Animation. First select this next layer. Set keyframe for position and place it down. Go a few frames forward and place it up like this. Make sure to hit both keyframes with the continuous bezier. As for the world image, set keyframe for position, adjust it like you seen in the video. Let's switch things up with some line animation. Grab the pen tool and create a line. Now uncheck fill and crank up the stroke width to 10. And make the stroke yellow and change the outer to center. Go to effects and add roughen edges. Now let's mask this by selecting the rectangle mask tool. Place the mask on the right. And keyframe it to move to the left. Increase mask expansion to 60. And if one line wasn't enough, guess what? We are making another one. Duplicate it and delete the mask. Now let's mask this by selecting the rectangle mask tool. Place the mask on the right. And keyframe it to move to the left. Increase mask expansion to 60. Now let's add a McDonald's logo and a location pin. Make it yellow with the tint effect and adjust the scale. Set keyframe for the scale, we are going small and then boom, we are getting bigger. I like to call this as the Big Mac effect. Next both layer. Now I'm going to create multiple copies. And nest it. Double click on the test and box nest sequence. Time for some green screen magic. Add a green screen video. and trim it to the part where you see a nice round number, let's say 100,000. Adjust the position scale. Using Alt key to knock out the green. Then hit it with the tint effect. And change the map black to and map white to red. Under opacity, select the rectangle mask tool and create a mask around the pound sign. Check inverted. Use the type tool and go to add a test. Place it over here. Go back to main sequence, let me add a light leak. Go to window, Premiere Composer. Under transition, select this light leak. Let me go back again this test sequence. Set keyframe for position and scale for this test layer. Go few frames forward, position up and decrease scale size. Using type tool, I am going to add a test in here. Set keyframe for position down. Also, I will set a keyframe for opacity, change to 0, go few frames forward and opacity 100. Go back to main sequence, set keyframes to make your world image fly left and right like they are in a zero gravity. Set keyframe for scale for this McDonald's image. Go few frames forward and decrease the scale size. Now go back to the test box in the sequence. Cut the test in here and add another number, countdown green screen. Add Alt key and remove the green screen. Cut the green screen where it shows the number 120. Under opacity, select the rectangle mask tool. Create a mask around the dollar sign. Check inverted. Add a test in here. Set keyframes as we done before. Go back to main sequence. Copy this light leak and place this over here. Now what I'm going to do is create a copy of this sensor layer. Which is this location icon and McDonald's. Place this above the background layer. Select the McDonald's layer and go to effects and add Gaussian blur. Set keyframe for blurriness, go few frames over and blurriness to 30. Now double click on this light little transition and change all colors to yellow. Delete the unwanted portions. Now add a random film reel. Increase scale size. Using pen tool, I'm going to add a shape like this. Create a copy of the shape layer and place it like this. Nest all the layers. Create a copy of this nested layer and place it to the right. Delete the film reel. Add a background video. Create multiple copies of this nested layer and place it like this. After all that done, nest it. Go to effects and add rough and adjust to this nested layer. Now double click on this nested layer and copy all these layers. Go back to main sequence and paste it over here. Add a background video. Nest all layers. Select this McDonald's nested layer and opacity, select this rectangle mask tool. Create a mask like this. Place this nested layer on top. And opacity, create a mask like this. Add a copy of this nested layer and place it to the right. Set keyframe for position, go view frames over and position down. Double click on any one of the top in sequence, go to effects and add tint. Go back to main sequence. Now let me add a burger video in here. Add tint. Now let me add a burger video in here. Add tint. Go to Window, Premiere Composer. Add zoom in. Use the type tool and go to add a text. Copy these layers and paste it over here. Cut it where you can see the burger video. Extend these layers. Go to New Item, Adjustment Layer. Add Gaussian Blur. Increase blurriness amount. Let me add an image in here. Add tint. Using type tool, I'm going to add a text. Go to Window, Premiere Composer. Under Shape Elements, select this line animation. Place it over here. Change color to red. Go back to this distance layer and copy these rough edges and turbulent displays. Paste it to this test layer. Copy this background layer and paste it over here. Add a video in here. Under opacity, select the rectangle mask tool. Create a shape like this. Go to Effects and add Lumetri color to this video. Under Creative, Look, change to SL Gold Tobacco. Now I'm going to add a paper texture video in here. Change blend mode to multiply. Select this rectangle shape tool and create a shape like this. Use the type tool and go to add a text. Let me add another image in here. Set keyframe for position and place it down. Go few frames over and place it on top. Add this line animation. Adjust scale and position. Add an adjustment layer. Go to effects and add gaussian blur. Increase blurriness amount. For the scatter image, set keyframe for scale. Go erase over and increase the scale size. Next, all the layers except this adjustment layer, image and curve line. Set keyframe for scale for this next layer. Go erase over and decrease the scale size. Let me create a shape layer and test. Place it like this. Add turbulent displays and rough one which we copied from the test sequence. Set keyframe for position and place it down. Go erase over and place it up. Add a burger image. Using type tool, I'm going to add a test. Place it like this. Add roughen edges and turbulent displays. Finally, I am going to add a particles video on top. Change the blend mode to screen. Add an adjustment layer on top of this particles video. Go to effects and add lumetri color. Add a vignette, change the amount to -2. Alright, let's finish this off with the legendary wiggle effect. Now if you want to add a wiggle effect, what I do is export this video and import it again. Set keyframe for position, adjust the position like this. Copy all these keyframes and paste it. Select all keyframes, spatial interpolation, continuous base here. I will save this preset by right click over here, save preset. Under preset, you can see this wiggle effect. I will put a link in the description, you can download from there. Now if you wonder how to import this preset, it's just by go over here, under preset, right click, import preset. You now have the wiggle effect in your back pocket for every future project. Yeah, and that's it, ladies and boys and girls. We went from random film reels to burgers, McDonald's logos and wiggles in one epic Premiere Pro adventure. If you made it this far, give yourself a round of applause. And then give this video a like. Make sure to subscribe for more editing insanity and I will catch you in the next one.